such as TEDx, TED Fellows, and what we're going to focus on today is TED Ed, which they specifically focus on the youth to educate them, as well as teach them how to have great presentation literacy and to really equip them to be a great speaker. And we're so honored and proud that we do have an association with them. So the idea journal that has been emailed to you is directly from them, as well as the curriculum that your child will be learning today. So class, if you're ready, can you say, I'm ready, loud and clear? Awesome, very good. So as a review, we have 3 phases, okay, to help you get down your TED Talk. Phase 1 is discover, where we discovered your ideas. Phase 2 is develop, where we talked about how to find great sources and research to support your talk, as well as write your script. And today we will hone in on phase 3, which is share, rehearsing and practicing and delivering your talks. So together, what are the 3 phases that we're taking on this journey together? Discover, develop, and share. Very good. So this is more of an in-depth topics that we had covered yesterday. Now, for yesterday, we had went ahead and explored explorations 1 through 8. And today we will be exploring explorations 9 to 13, okay? But we will do a quick brush up of what you learned yesterday as a review. And I want to see who paid close attention yesterday. And then we're going to go ahead and dive in for the rest of the explorations. Now, do you remember that we have to assume the best? All of these wonderful kids here today, we are all special and unique, and we all have an amazing story to tell. So also keep in mind that is the same for the person next to you. So we have to assume the best and also accept their differences and personality and culture. We want to listen carefully. Remember, just as it's important to be a great speaker, it's important to be a great listener, as well as feedback is our friend, okay? So we're going to be giving you feedback today on how you can be better, and we do it not to demotivate you, but because we want you to be the best that you can be, okay? So again, this is your last chance to grab your pen, papers, and your idea journal, and let's get right to it. So yesterday, we had helped you create a passion badge. That is where you went ahead and wrote down 3 passions that you were passionate about. So everyone, if you can please show your passion badges, we're going to make sure that you guys have that ready. Show the class, show the cameras. All right, very good. Rishi, where's yours? Ethan, where is yours? Nora, Krisha, where's your passion badges from yesterday? If you don't have it, you will write 3 circles and you're going to write down 3 things that you are passionate about. Okay, Sonic, I saw that he has his. Serafina has hers. All right, Amora has hers. Pablo has his. Good, very good. Okay, and then we helped you turn your passion into a great idea. Can anyone, I'm going to look for one student. Can anyone share what makes an idea great? I see Jessica. Go ahead, Jessica.
Hello.
Hi.
Um, so my 3 passions are volleyball, my friends, and choir.
Very good. I love that. Thank you, Jessica. And do you
Yeah,
recall what
and
makes an idea great?
um everything makes an idea great, really. Yeah, and actually I have a friend right in front of me.
Oh, okay, I'd love to hear that. Thank you so much for your answer, Jessica. Okay, everyone, I'm going to give you a quick hint. It is a great idea if it serves who? I see Serafina. How would an idea be great?
Um, how an idea would be great. Um, it could help the world. It could be something like special, um let's say I said to make an idea great, we could stop littering, and
Very good.
that would be a And that would be
Yeah.
like a great.
And you had it spot on, Serafina. Thank you for your answer. An idea is great if it has the chance to go ahead and serve others, not just yourself. So, yes, the world would be a great place to start. So, that is exactly what makes an idea great. Thank you. We also, yesterday, we went ahead and finalized your idea where you chose your favorite idea that you want to talk about, and then you reflected upon it. Also, yesterday, we helped you build your through line. Does anyone here remember what is a through line? And I can't see if you raise your hand, so please do click on the raise icon so I can go ahead and call you. I see Sansita. Go ahead and please tell the class, what is a through line?
I accidentally raised my hand.
Oh, it's okay. No worries. Welcome to class. Okay, I see Zainab. What is a through line, Zainab?
A through line is like a short summary that connects like a personal experience and a main theme.
Very good, Zainab. Great answer. That is exactly what the through line is, and it should be supported all throughout your talk, okay? Not just at the end or the beginning, but all throughout your talk. After you develop your through line, and remember, if you were not here yesterday, you will have time today after the masterclass to dive into this. Now we have to plan your talk arc. Who here can tell the class what were the 4 components of the talk arc? I see Christine has her hand up. Go ahead, Christine.
Actually, first of all, I'm on my mom's computer, so
Okay.
I kind of wanted to change my name. My actual name's Aiden.
Hi, Aiden.
I just wanted to ask how I should do that.
Okay, I believe you had to do that in the beginning of class, Aiden,
Oh,
but it's okay.
okay.
I'm going to remember when I see your mom's name that it's going to be Aiden, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, would you like to answer the question for the class about what is the talk arc, the 4 components?
Actually, no, I forgot.
It's okay, but
Sorry.
hey, I see your name is now showing. Thank you, Aiden. Welcome to class. Okay, I see Franklin. Franklin, what is the talk arc?
The talk arc, the 4 components are hook, perspective, the tension, and the closing.
Excellent, Franklin. Thank you so much. Wonderful answer. Very good. So you should have had the chance yesterday after the masterclass to go ahead and write down, what would be your hook and more. And then you wanted to go ahead and research and find great things that you will be able to go ahead and support your idea. And lastly, you wanted to write your script. As a show of hands, who here has their script written from yesterday? Let me see your hands. Raise your hands physically. Awesome. Great job, everyone. And now we're going to dive into phase 3. So let's give each other a big high fives. Good job, everyone. That was such a great review. Okay, now let's begin the remaining of the explorations. The next phase is now about developing how to transform your idea into a talk worth listening to and worth sharing. Now it's time to make it visual. Let's go ahead and add visuals such as images, slides, videos, pie charts, and graphs. These are some examples of visuals that you can go ahead and add to your talk to go ahead and make it more interesting. Before using visuals, please understand that sometimes less is more. You don't need to force it. You don't need a whole collage if that does not resonate with your speech. You want to make sure that the visuals you choose are powerful. So in your idea journal, you should see a page that looks like this with 4 squares. I'm going to give you a second to go there. And if you don't see it, you can go ahead and please just write it down on your paper, 4 squares. And I will give you about a minute to go ahead and think of 4 types of visuals that you would like to add in your talk. Remember, visuals can impact, but they can also distract the viewer from your talk. So you want to make sure you use it sparingly and only when required. It is a chance for you to give power to enhance your story. But remember, it is not relevant. And please don't have too much text, okay? It can take away from any attention from your viewer. I will give you 30 more seconds. So perhaps you would like to maybe include a picture of something, or maybe you'd like to add some graphs to show some data. Perhaps you'd like to add a quote. That would be good. All right, class, I'm going to go ahead and ask 3 students to share what did you put in your visual boxes. Let's go in and use the raise icon. I see Pablo. Go ahead, Pablo.
So I was just gonna ask you what page was it because I couldn't find it.
That's a good question, and the support team should have that answer. What page of the idea journal would this activity be in?
Alicia, we'll just share it with Pablo in 1 minute, okay?
Okay, perfect. So Pablo will help that for you, okay? But it should be big green squares.
Wait, is it?
Yes, that is correct. Good job, Pablo. So go ahead, I'll give you a minute to go to write those down. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Pablo. All right, let's see who has their visuals ready. I see Adveta. Well, she is also a student in our class. She just enrolled. Adveta, would you like to go on and share with us what visuals do you have?
Actually, ma'am, I'm almost done. I need to finish it.
Okay, would you like to share at least one of the visuals that you would like to add?
Yeah, I didn't actually, I wanted to ask you a question, ma'am. I didn't understand much about the visuals.
Okay, yeah, that's a great question. So everyone, again, in the 4 squares that you see, you will write possibly 4 visuals, 4 types of visuals that you would like to add to your speech. A visual could be something in a slide, okay, or maybe a prop if needed, but usually it could be a slide. Maybe you'd like to add a picture. If you're talking about pollution, maybe provide a picture of how the world is very polluted.
I think I got it, ma'am.
Okay, what's the visual that you would like to share?
Do not waste food.
Very good. Yeah, so you can have a big slide that says, do not waste food. Awesome. So yes, you can do that, or also a quote. All right, class, one last student. I see here Aiden. Go ahead, Aiden.
I wanted to add an image about graffiti because it's a big thing in our community because it's suburban and a lot of people draw on walls. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that, Aiden. I think that would be great too. So great job, everyone. Do make sure that your visuals are relevant to your talk. And remember, you don't have to put a lot, maybe just 1 or 2, but we give you 4 so you can choose the best types of visual that you would like to add to your speech. So tips for using visuals. Make sure it is not text heavy. You don't want paragraphs, okay? No to paragraphs or a lot of words on your slides, okay? Make sure it's relevant. One slide should support only 1 point. You shouldn't have multiple points in a slide because that will just confuse your audience. And you want to make sure that they are meaningful, that they're significant. If any of your visuals are not cutting it anymore, they're not serving a purpose, or are distracting, you want to make sure that you cut it out from your talk. Now, before we move forward, I would like to hear some of the drafts that you all have written. I want you to keep in mind that when you have these drafts written, I'm going to choose 5 students, that when you do share it, I want you to share it loud and clear. When it comes to speaking, you don't want to talk too fast or too slow. You just want to, be at a pace that you're comfortable with. And that way we can provide feedback and help you get ready for your recording. So again, I will choose 5 students. Please use the raise icon so I can go in and choose you. Okay, I see Pablo here. Pablo, do you have your draft written from yesterday?
No, I forgot to write it, but I remember it.
Okay, yeah, would you like to go ahead and give it a try?
Sure.
Okay.
Um, so let me find. So I think I wrote it. So I'm gonna talk about the importance of reading. So I think that have you ever got late from work and thought, oh my God, I'm so tired. I don't wanna do anything else. And you still have work to do? Well, I think reading helps a lot. When I'm very tired, I always read, and that helps me a lot. Um, I wasn't. I moved to the U.S. last year. It was very hard because I didn't really know English, but I read a lot, and that helped me learn English, and so I learned faster than my siblings. So the pictures I draw, like I want to add, is are like a dictionary, someone reading, and like someone that reads a lot, like can answer hard questions faster, can learn more different languages.
Awesome, Pablo. That is such an interesting talk. Thank you for sharing. High five. Great job, Pablo. First of all, I would like to say that is a very good talk to share about. You had your personal story down, so great job on that. You also shared how not only it would benefit you, but it would also benefit others. Good. I saw that you had a hook there in the beginning, so well done. What I would do to go in and help you finalize your speech is number one, of course, this applies for every student. Keep working, keep editing your speech. I do want to make sure that you practice so that once you get more comfortable, you will remove the words and so. Okay? And I would also like for you to add a little bit more of the tension. Maybe you can talk about more about how, because you moving here last year, by the way, that's amazing. I also moved here to the US, but 20 years ago from the Philippines. So I want you to go ahead and share also, add more tension by perhaps sharing your struggle. How you did not know what to do to go ahead and, be able to speak English better, and so one day you found the power of reading. So let's go ahead and add that to your talk. And thank you so much for sharing that, Pablo. All right, let's go ahead and hear from Sonic. Sonic, would you like to share your draft today?
Okay. So why is there's a lot of people in need of help? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I would like to focus on giving. There is not enough people willing to give something that I'm pa- that
You
I'm
got it.
passionate about is helping others. In my opinion, there is not enough people in the world that is willing to help others in need. For an example, some people believe that they're being scammed, while some others are selfish. Whatever it is, you are never going to know what someone is going through. There was a time when my dad took me to Walmart to go shopping. Outside of the store, there was a family with a sign saying that they need help. I saw it and decided to donate some of my shopping money to the family in need. This made me feel great because I was able to help someone in need. In closing, my mom said in order to help the others, you have to help yourself first. And that's it.
Awesome. Well done, Sonic. High five. And am I pronouncing your name right, by the way?
Yep.
Very good. Well, number one, I like that you had your personal story. Okay, because we all can visualize and see you going to Walmart and thinking, wow, I want to give something that I have to this complete stranger. So well done. I like that you had a closing and that you also had your hook. So very good. I do want to go ahead and practice with you, Sonic. Can you repeat your beginning again or the first three sentences, please? Give me one moment. Let me look for you. Can you raise your hand one more time, Sonic? Or I believe that you do have your hand raised. Okay, go ahead.
Why is there's a lot of people in need of help? Is that good?
Yeah, so I would say perhaps the first sentence or two or three, maybe rephrase that one more time. Go ahead and take some time to rephrase it. Of course, this is a draft so that you'll have more time because I believe that you have a good point, but maybe we can make it more stronger by making it perhaps more simple. Maybe you can perhaps, because your main goal is that you want others to help. Is that correct? Or you're stating that a lot of people don't want to give out help? So I want you to find more of what your main focus would be, since you're sharing how you were so happy and it made you feel good to give. Maybe you should that, or if you're running with, hey, you know what, a lot of people don't give and that's bad. So whatever it is that you want to do, Sonic, with your talk, I would just recommend the first hook and the first few sentences to go in and find a solidified way to go in and share your view, okay?
Okay.
But that was wonderful, Sonic. Thank you so much. All right, class, I'm going to add for thank you. I'm going to have just 3 more students. Let's go ahead and have Jill and Sunday. Do you have your draft ready to share with us today?
Yes.
Go ahead.
But my real name's Alamide.
Alamide, got it.
Okay. So
also, if you'd like to turn on your camera, if you are able to, you're more than welcome.
Okay, here you go. So I have some of it. I can tell you that. So it starts like this. Hello, I'm Alamide, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old, and have you ever heard of microplastics? Microplastics are plastics created by plastic items breaking down. One day I went to the dump, and there was so much trash. That trash actually could have been reused if you really wanted to. And I also saw, in fact, yesterday, a car stop at a stoplight, open the door, and drop a cup full of like 7-Eleven drink on the ground. And I'm like, why are you doing that? If wind comes and blows that away, that could, I don't know, get in the ocean, break down, get into animals, kill them. And since we have 4 chickens and a tortoise, I feel like that's really important. So that's what I got so far.
Awesome. Great job, Alamide. High five. Good. I liked your hook. I do believe that a lot of people don't know what microplastics is, so I believe that is a great attention grabber. I like that you went ahead and went straight to your personal story, and I like that you went ahead and had different voice modulations, that you were able to, vary your tone, so great job on that. As you practice, you will be able to go ahead and feel more comfortable, and you will start removing the words right, and so. And I would see if you would like to either maybe take out where you talked about your tortoise and your chicken, or if you do decide to keep it, make sure to include it, maybe add one more sentence into it, okay? Maybe you can say, and I have a tortoise and chickens at home, and I would hate for them to get damages because of these microplastics on the street. Okay, so I want you to either take it out or find a way to really solidify it in your talk. Awesome. Alamide, thank you for sharing.
My pleasure.
All right, just 2 more students. And remember, if I don't call your name, it's okay. You can still get feedback from your parents, or you can try out our trial classes where you do get weekly coaching. Okay, I see here. I'm only going to call students that have not been called before. Okay, I see Luca here. Luca's also a student in our class. Hey, Luca.
Hello.
Oh, no, it's not Luca.
Right?
Okay, go ahead and share. Do you have a draft? Okay.
Yeah. My mom forgot to change the name. Yeah, I'm almost done with the draft.
Yeah, would you like to share what you have so far?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Take it away.
What skiing teaches kids about life? I feel like skiing has taught me so much about life. it's one thing that it's really cold. You're uncomfortable. That's good to be. That's good because life is comfortable. It's uncomfortable. Skiing is an independent sport. You have to figure out a lot on your own. Skiing is also a little dangerous. The lifts are high, you're going fast, there's blizzards, clouds are risky, and falling can hurt. Confidence. Confidence is important in life. You can get confidence by challenging yourself and figuring things out. Confidence is gained slowly. Learn how to dress yourself, learn how to move slowly, which is what we call pizza and french fries. And then, so the first hill is a small hill, then medium hill. And when you get really good at that, you go to all the way to the top of the mountain. And guess what? They're all scary, but you need to deal with it. And I'm not done with it yet, but that's all I have.
That's awesome, Luca. Thank you for sharing. High five. Good. I like that you had a hook there, so great job on that. I like that you shared an experience that is something that you've experienced before. Good. And I did not notice you saying the words so great job on that. What I would recommend for your speech is when you talk about cold, perhaps you can go like this and say cold, right? So you can go in and use that. And I would like for you to also, in any one of your scenarios, go ahead and share a personal story. Let's say you being cold. Maybe one day you can share how you forgot your gloves or you forgot, another layer of clothing and you experience how cold it was and how uncomfortable you were and how you had a point in life where you were also uncomfortable. So you can link those two and share how skiing does teach you about life. But that was wonderful, Luca. You're off to a great start, so I can't wait to hear your speech. Awesome, class. I will choose one more student. I see here Shania, if I'm saying your name correctly.
It's Shania.
Hi, Shania.
Hello. I also have a question.
Go
Can
ahead.
you add a fun fact at the beginning for the hook?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. I'm gonna be talking about extinction.
Take it away.
And extinction in its broadcast sense refers to the complete disappearance or eradication of a species from the earth. When I was little, I used to see the news that animals would get harmed and there would only be a few of them left in the world. So, this phenomenon is a natural process that has occurred throughout the history of life on our planet. However, the contemporary discussion, extinction often refers to the accelerated loss of biodiversity attributed to human activities. Human actions play a significant role in driving species extinction. Activities such as habitat destruction, pollution, climate change, overexploitation um, of resources, and introduction of invasive species contribute to this alarming trend. For example, deforestation, deforestation, pollution, and uns- unsustainable harvesting wildlife have notably escalated the rate of extinction in recent times. Mass extinction events, particularly notable occurrences in Earth's history. These events can't portion of species within a relatively short time frame. The most famous mass extinction event is one of one responsible for demise of the dinosaurs approximately 66 million years ago. Efforts to address extinction primarily involve conservation measures aimed at protecting habits, global in it. I don't really know how to pronounce the word.
That's
In
fine. Keep going.
initiatives and policies strive to mitigate human impacts on ecosystems and promote biodiversity conservation to combat the ongoing biodiversity crisis.
Awesome. Great job, Shania. High five. Yeah, extinction is very important and we all should be aware of what is causing that. So, number one, I do like the beginning that you had a hook. I like that. And I liked how you add your personal story, how you shared how when you were little, you would see in the news. That's powerful. And I want to let you know that if, of course, with practice, you'll be able to go ahead and feel more comfortable saying the words. However, you can also substitute some of the words. So you don't have to worry about using a lot of fancy words since, this is TED Ed. We don't expect for you to know a lot of the big and complicated words. So if you'd like to perhaps substitute majority of those, you're more than welcome. Or if you want to just practice until you have that down, you're good. I would go ahead and also, as you get more comfortable, practice on your tones to go ahead and maybe talk about, mass extinction and add different things like that. You're also more than welcome maybe to just focus on just a few examples, Shania, and maybe close it out with what it means to you. What does it mean to you to perhaps, help another species not go extinct as fast, right? So that was really powerful, Shania. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, class, so if we did not call you, it's okay. You have your family, you have your friends, brothers and sisters for you to practice on. I'm proud of you guys for having your drafts ready and continue editing it. And I can't wait to see all your videos as you upload them, which is actually going to be the next topic as we now end the develop phase. Now I will teach you how you will be sharing your video. So by this point, you must already have your through line, your arc planned out, and also have your script ready. Now it's time to practice, rehearse, and record. Great talks are about giving a gift to your audience. Once you have a great script, it's now time to bring it to life on stage. Here are a few steps that can help make sure your audience connects with what you have to say. Let's talk about the do's, okay? Make eye contact. So when you go ahead and record yourself, make sure you're looking at the camera. Don't look anywhere else because when you make eye contact, it'll help your audience feel more connected than you. You want to know your script well enough that you're comfortable with it. So you want to practice, practice, practice. Is anyone here playing sports by any chance? Show your hands. Yeah, I'm sure you guys practice so many times, or if you're in dance, choir, I'm sure you practice all the time, right? Same thing here, but guess what? You can practice from the comfort of your home, from your room, from your kitchen, okay? So you want to just practice. If you do need some notes or guidelines, perhaps you can have a big poster behind the camera where you can just add maybe some words or just the first couple of words in each paragraph. Okay, so if you need guidance, have a big poster behind your camera to help guide you. But you can't have your full speech on there, okay? Just as a guide. You want to add movement. Maybe while you're being recorded, of course, number one, you will be standing, okay, not sitting. You can walk around. Maybe you can go to point A, maybe the front right or left or vice versa, and then you go back to the center as you close. So you want to make sure you add movement. You add also hand movements, hand gestures, body gestures. You want to pause for added effects, okay? Don't be shy to add those pauses. That way it will go ahead and share with the audience like, wow, it gives them a second to think about the powerful words that you just said. You want to stand up straight and tall. Can everyone show me? Can you show me how you're sitting up? Yeah, straight and tall. Good. How is it like when you're sitting up straight? Your chest is forward, your shoulders are back, your chin is up. So you want to make sure you do the same as well. You don't want to be, when you're standing for your recording, you don't want to be slouching to the left, slouching to the right, okay? You want to make sure that you stand up straight and tall. Let's talk about what not to do. Do not sway back and forth, okay? Maybe you talk like this, or maybe you talk like this. Do your best to, stay seated or stay standing at where you're at. If you want to move, do so with your feet to move to a different direction. Okay, make sure you are not holding your notes or reading them word for word. And since you are recording with a camera, you don't have to necessarily ask them to raise their hand or anything, right? Because usually it is going to be with a camera. However, if you ever do speak in front of a public audience, you can go on and do that. Don't worry if you miss something, because we don't even know what your script is. How would we know if you missed a word? So if you do miss a word, just keep going, okay? Just keep going, and that's where practice comes in. With practice, you will have muscle memory. So you want to make sure just practice, practice, practice. And do not try to be someone else. Maybe you like someone else's speech and you want to talk just like them. Okay, you can be inspired by them, but remember, you have your own unique abilities. Maybe one day another student will say, wow, I want to talk just like how Krisha talks. I want to talk how Sonic talks. So you want to make sure that you want to be you and do not copy anybody else. And I want you to feel good about your talk. Okay, these are a lot of different emojis here. You don't want to be there in the bottom. You don't want to be this crying face. You want to feel good at your talk because this is fun. You're doing this at a young age where, some people would dream about uploading their videos to TED's YouTube channel, and you get to do that. So I want you to feel good about your talk. You want to be at the top emojis, okay? Especially that middle one right there with the big teeth. You want to make sure that you edit as many times as required for you to have a script that you are happy, where you know absolutely that you did your best. You don't want to give a speech where you know you could have worked better, or that you know that you had the potential in you to go ahead and practice a little bit more just to get it right. You want to make sure that when you upload your speech that you give it absolutely your all. And with that, we're so proud of you for all the hard work that you put in. You can also practice in front of a mirror, okay? Until you feel happy about your talk. You can also ask friends and families to go ahead and record you before, because maybe you can go ahead and learn from yourself when you see your own recording and see how your talk sounds like. Some editing that could help you is maybe your idea is too big, okay? Maybe you can focus it on just being specific to it. You want to make sure that your talk is not too long. It should be about 5 minutes, max 10, but I believe the 5-minute mark is the best. And you want to make sure that there is just one main idea, that there are not multiple ideas in your talk. Now it's time for your final rehearsal or showtime. As a show of hands, has anyone here ever done a dress rehearsal for anything? A play, dance, or scrimmage for sports, right? It's as if it's the real thing. So you want to go ahead and have a dress rehearsal of your own, where you want to wear a great costume for you that shows your uniqueness. Some of you may want to dress up with a tux. Hey, that's on you. Or some of you may want to wear a t-shirt, and that's on you. As long as it's presentable, you want to make sure that it is, relevant to who you are as a kid or a young teen. Most professional productions like theater, TV, film, and music, they use a dress rehearsal to practice the full event, exactly the way it would go on the big day. So you want to make sure that you use this type of framework as well in your speech. And this will help you see any last minute edits. Maybe when you see yourself, when you record your talk, you will see, hey, I don't like that sentence after all. Or you're going to see, you know what? I see that my hands are just here the whole time. I want to add more hand movements. So it's a great way for you to see yourself and to go ahead and really see the big picture before your final upload. Lastly is you want to trust yourself. You want to be confident and always remember that you can do it. So together, class, can we please say loud and clear the words, I can do it. Let me hear you. Loud and clear, I can do it. Yes, you can. You're already here. You already have all the tools, and you definitely can do it. Now you're probably wondering, how do we upload our video? How do we record? So let me go ahead and go over that. You want to make sure that you use a device that records a video, perhaps a phone, a camera, your laptop. You want to make sure that it is being stabilized by something. If you're going to use a phone, it's best not to use somebody else to record it because they may shake or they may breathe, and that will be heard in your speech. So use a tripod, or you can just put the phone on a table, and the glass to prop it up perhaps, and to make sure that everything is good. And after you upload or after you record your video, you can listen to it with headphones. Because sometimes you may hear things that you may not hear when it's on speaker, like maybe you heard a dog bark at the background, but you couldn't hear it. So you can listen to your video with headphones so you can really see what is going on in the back. You want to have great lighting. So you can use natural lighting is the best. So if you have a window, can you guys look at a window that you have at home? Yeah? Okay, so you can go ahead and definitely record perhaps by the window so that the light is shining on you, and that's going to be great to really see you clear. And you do want to make sure that you have a simple black or white backdrop. So preferably a wall. You want to go ahead and have the wall as your background that already is set, ready to go. And you want to make sure that there are no items at the back or logos. Now, we did email you the TED Ed Student Talks logo. That is the only logo that is allowed to add to your video, okay? You want to make sure you don't go to Google or anything else, because then they may not, be able to upload your video if they do choose you. So you want to make sure that you use the approved TED Ed Student Talks logo that we will go ahead and provide for you. I do want to make sure that you have great audio. Okay, if you had dropped your phone in water and you know it's not the best condition, maybe you shouldn't record with your phone. So you want to make sure you use a device where your voice will be heard. You also want to have a short screen test. Before you record yourself, maybe you can just record the background and see if everything's clear or it's blurry. Also, a simple tip is for you to go ahead and make sure you wipe the lenses of your camera. Sometimes they can be blurry, so a quick wipe before you record will prepare wonders for you. So these are some examples as well that you can go ahead and use. Now, how do you upload and share videos with us? After you record your final video, and you're more than welcome to record a couple times for you to choose your favorite, you will then go to the Google form that we will be emailing your parents. You will then fill out some details. You want to make sure that you have a title. A title should just be maybe 5 words, roughly about, because it might be used as the YouTube video name if they choose your video. You also want to write a small description of your talk. Keep in mind that it needs to be within 1 gigabyte. If it is more than 1 gigabyte, you can go ahead and save it in a Google Drive, or your parents will help you with that. And you will copy and paste the link in the space provided since you are unable to upload your video. And you're probably wondering which talks gets considered by the TED team. So your talk must be relevant. And remember, if they don't choose your talk, you're already doing something great by accomplishing a TED Ed student talk that you recorded, that you shared with us, and that already is a great accomplishment in itself. And talk should also be centered around a global issue and solution. That is usually what the TED team looks for. Your idea should resonate with other people and consider their feelings. And it must clearly indicate why the idea is important. So that is why it's so important for you to continue editing, okay? Always edit, 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 and go ahead until you have the best possible version of your speech. When you talk, you want to be clear, credible, applicable, impactful. You want to be organized and have a great delivery. Add voices, add different tones. Be a kid, be the great student that you are, and just share your attributes. And that does come to the end of phase 3. And that does conclude my part with each and every one of you. I do hope to see you guys again in the future somehow. I do just want to let you know that I have enjoyed my time with each and every one of you. I hope you learn amazing things that you will carry with you moving forward. If you've been here just for 1 day or 2 days, I am so proud of each and every one of you, and I really do hope I see you again in the future.